What's going on, guys? It's your boy Crunch, and today we're back for another video. So we're gonna go ahead and do the ultimate build for Nnoitora, and of course this is a Can't Fear Your Own World Nnoitora. As you guys see, we've got a pretty decent build on him, and we're going up against a raid right here. And all in all, he completes this really quickly. But one thing I do want to talk about is just basically that his range is kind of underwhelming. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal until I used him, and I realized that honestly, yeah, it's not all that great. I don't think it makes him a bad character, but I do feel like it holds him back a bit, and that's just one of the biggest things I noticed. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and let this play out. We'll go ahead and talk when we get to the PvP section, which is right after this build, because that's the most important part. So anyways, yeah, see you guys in a minute. Alright, so here we are. This is the PvP section. Right here I'm just showing you guys the builds that I have on them. I did it really quickly. I did it too quick, man. I don't even know why. But yeah, as you guys see, this is the account is really stacked. And oh, I forgot to mention, this isn't even my account. I mean, I didn't even pull Nnoitora, obviously. So big shout out to God Little Kaza in the guild. He actually let me borrow his account for this because yeah, he pulled him and he 10-10-10 him, and as you guys see, he has gold chappy, gold pupils. He's got everything you need. So this should definitely be a really good showcase for him. I think we're also in Lieutenant during this PvP section. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And I mean, overall, like, the team we have is basically top tier. I guess the only one you're kind of missing is Weekend, but I mean, you guys see, we're gonna be able to destroy more often than not because of Nnoitora himself, right? One thing I noticed about him is that he's just, honestly, he's such a beast himself. He could take on Retsu, and it's almost 90% of the time, or more than, maybe even more than that, that he's gonna take her out. It's just, that's how good he is. And you know, to some, you know, people, I was on stream last night talking about him, and, you know, or not last night, a couple of days ago, we were talking about PvP itself, and people were saying, there was a couple saying that he's just not that great. No, like, this man, the fact that he can take out Retsu almost every time he goes up against her, that means he's great. That means he's gonna be a very, very good when it comes to PvP, especially since she's been like the best for so long and almost everyone uses her. So he's really big when it comes to it. And I'll go ahead and explain why he is as we, you know, go ahead and just destroy everyone we go up against. But you know, he has really high attack. I think he's like top 3 attack. I know he's like 1 or 2 points behind Weekend, and Weekend is like up there, right? So he's only like 1 or 2 points behind him. He has paralysis through his first, his third, his normal attack, and his special, I believe. I don't think he has it on his second because his second is a boost. So when he uses his second strong attack, he actually ends up getting higher stats, and, or yeah, he just gets a boost on his stats and stuff. So he hits harder and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know if it boosts his range. I don't feel much of an increase, and if there is, it's not for long because he doesn't the boost doesn't last all that long, to be honest. But yeah, so he has really high attack, he has paralysis, then out of his skills, he has flurry, he has poise, and then he has a +10 barrier. It's just kind of like, overall, everything he has is just made for him to like destroy in PvP. Like, he could definitely go up almost against, he could go up against Retsus, he can go up against Yamamoto's, he can go up against Kenpachi's. Yes, Kenpachi's might give him a run for his money because he inflicts weakening, right? And so if he weakens Nnoitora, that's going to be a problem. But I mean, he can take out Retsu more often than not. Yamamoto, I think he's kind of got him like pretty much almost more than 70, like about 70% of the time. Weaken more like 60 or 50. It's more like 60 because he has the killer. You know, if nothing's inflicted, he has the killer at least. And that's one thing that's like really big about Nnoitora right now, is that there's no characters out there that could actually really counter him. Outside of, I mean, unless, you know, when Resurrected Broken comes back, maybe he could be a big one to counter Nnoitora, because he does have his spotter killer. I know that someone was telling me that they use Can't Fear Your Own World Nelio to counter him. I don't know how viable she'd be for that. I mean, you kind of have to be lucky, I would imagine, you know, inflicting that weakening and whatnot, but maybe she can counter. But in all honesty, like it's gonna take some luck to take him out right now, and until we get a counter to him, which I don't even really care for that right now. Let's not worry about that now, right? Let his reign last a bit. But I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anyone out there that could really counter him, you know. Yeah, that's why he's just so good. He can take out a lot of characters. It's hard to take him out, and overall, just a complete beast. His lack of range, like I was talking about in the PvE section, you don't really notice that all that much here. Reason being is because you're in PvP, right? You're not really like fighting small crowds of enemies or whatever. You're just mainly fighting just 3 other people, right? So at the end of the day, it's not going to really matter all that much here. Of course, this is where we have this stupid thing where we get paralyzed, but luckily Chad was able to get out of that. So yeah, this is a really good team. As you see, I think we've won about like wait, is that Deku? That can't be Deku from the guild. No, I don't think that's Deku from the guild. If that was Deku, that'd have been crazy. Is that Deku? It could be Deku, man. We'll see. We'll see. If he watches this video, I'm sure he'll let us know. But yeah, we're going up against good teams, man. We're in Lieutenant. This isn't like 3rd or 4th seat where you see me usually showcasing characters, right? This is Lieutenant. So like the enemies we're going up against, they're gonna be pretty damn good. So I mean, the fact that we've won everything except for one, I believe, is pretty damn good. And yeah. Anyways, I think that's basically it for me. I don't think I need to talk further, just because I don't really have anything else to say outside of he's a complete beast in PvP. He's probably, I think he's the best PvP unit in the game right now. And then Weekend, and then Chad and blah, I don't know. I think it's more, in my opinion, it goes Nnoitora, Weekend, Chad, Retsu are about even, you know. It's up. I feel like it's like that. And as much as I don't want to admit it because I love Retsu, Retsu did fall behind big time because of this Nnoitora. Like, she did fall back even under Chad, just because now she's completely a character you can counter, you know. Meanwhile, Chad isn't necessarily one that you could counter. Like, there's not many options to counter Chad. But anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. There's really not much more to say here. I'll just let the last runs play out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Big shout out to God Little Kaza again, because he's the one that let me borrow his account. He's the one with the freaking Nnoitora 10-10-10 double gold accessory. So yeah, big shout out to him, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Halloween night. 情けなんだ。